This is your Masters of the Universe read-along book. Every time you hear this sound, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now we are ready to begin our adventure. Open your book and we will start the story of He-Man and Battle Cat. And remember, when you hear the sound, turn the page. It was a bright, sunlit day on the planet Eternia. Prince Adam, son of King Randor and Queen Marlena, was playing beneath the towering trees of the evergreen forest. The young prince loved to frolic in the deep and mysterious woods that surrounded his castle home. His pet tiger, Cringer, ran along at his side. Suddenly, the sky overhead darkened as a huge black shadow moved swiftly across the forest floor. Prince Adam looked up and saw the shape of a huge falcon soaring through the blue sky. The gigantic bird swept down and landed in a forest clearing nearby. Prince Adam was not frightened. He recognized this fantastic bird and the person who was riding on its wide, feathered back. It was Prince Adam's teacher and friend, Man-at-Arms. Ever since he was a child, Prince Adam had been taught the ways of survival on the planet from Man-at-Arms. The strong young prince could tell that something was wrong as Man-at-Arms rushed toward him through the thick underbrush. "You must come with me at once, sire," shouted Man-at-Arms in a voice that echoed through the forest. "What is wrong?" asked Prince Adam. "The evil one, Skeletor, has found the path which will lead him to Castle Grayskull. If the wicked Skeletor gains entrance to the castle, he could gain the wisdom of the Council of Elders. Then all would surely be lost." "I am ready to fight," shouted the brave young prince. Adam took from his side the Sword of Power and raised it high over his head. In a strong voice, he shouted to the heavens, "By the power of Castle Grayskull!" In an instant, the forest was flooded with a flash of brilliant white light as an earth-shaking thrust of pure energy poured down on the young prince. As the blinding light faded, Man-at-Arms could see that Prince Adam had been transformed. He was now He-Man, the champion of Eternia. He was taller than the prince, and his rippling muscles glistened in the sunlight. By his side, where before his pet Cringer had played, stood Battle Cat. His color had changed to green with yellow stripes. He bore a saddle and helmet. The gigantic, muscular cat snarled as if ready for battle. "Come, my friend," shouted He-Man. "You must take me to Castle Grayskull. Skeletor must be stopped at once." He-Man leaped onto the back of the colossal feline, and together they bounded off through the forest. Meanwhile, in the thick woods near Castle Grayskull, Skeletor and his animal companion Panther stalked onward towards the rocky and foreboding castle. His foul voice hissed out from his bony face. "We are almost there. Soon we will be inside the Castle Grayskull and gain the power that the castle shelters. Then nothing will be able to stop me from ruling all of this planet. Nothing, not even He-Man." In an instant, out from behind a cliff, He-Man and Battle Cat bounded into action. When Skeletor and Panther saw their foe, they recoiled in a moment of fear. "As long as I live, you will never enter Castle Grayskull," shouted He-Man. Battle Cat reared up on his hind legs and hissed menacingly. He-Man drew his sword as the two arch enemies raced towards each other for battle. Although Skeletor was powerful, he was no match for He-Man. The power of He-Man was the force of good. And in the universe, good will always triumph over evil. In a split second, a flashing bolt of energy raced forth from the sword of power and struck Skeletor, knocking him off Panther and into the tall grass. He leaped back on the gigantic cat, and they ran away back into the woods for safety. For now, the evil Skeletor had been stopped. Later that day, as the long shadows fell across the forest floor, He-Man neared home. Before he could be seen, he transformed Battle Cat and himself back into their original form, Prince Adam and Cringer. No one in his home must learn his true identity. Only Man-at-Arms shared his amazing secret. With this fantastic power, He-Man could continue to fight the forces of evil and darkness. He and his friends were truly masters of the universe.